What it do, what it do, what it do. This is your number one crew. This is Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. This is the Mob Show. We ready for bad blood. I hope y'all ready. This is OTR Mic Drop.
Hey, I'm back and I'm better. I'm back. I'm back. You know me. I'm always gone, but then I come back. It's your boy Rain J.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your man Trey, aka Treyway, aka Friday Night Trey, and we here. I don't know if you can tell by the attire, but it's Bad Blood weekend.
Gotta go
Bad blood, baby.
incognito.
Bad blood, baby.
All right, now. So, welcome to episode 121 of the Older Ropes Wrestling Podcast. So, y'all want to just get right to it?
Hey, let's go.
Let's get right to it.
All right. So, Bad Blood is the event. Do you want to start with what we know will now open the event?
Let's go ahead and get to it.
All right. If you look behind me, you'll see a cell. And Hell in a Cell with CM Punk and Drew McIntyre will be opening the show. How we feel about that opening the show?
I told you, get it out the way. It's either gonna open it or close it.
It's gonna
I
be a long ass match if they're opening the show.
yeah. I just don't feel like that with Cody and Roman, that just took all the smoke away from that Hell in a Cell match.
No, I don't think it took all the smoke away from it. I think that what
Well,
it is
headline
that
smoke.
okay, headline smoke, yeah, but I think that they had to open the show with the Hell in a Cell because based off of how long this match is going to go, is going to determine the rest of these matches throughout the show until we get to the main event.
True. And I feel like WWE has been on this gravy train where they want to start big and end big. So, I feel like this is a good way to open up the show, get everybody pumped, get everybody excited, and then, you end it with the same kind of feeling. Everything in between. Hopefully they could pick up the pieces and keep it going. Yeah, shit, god damn. Hey, you already know it's still bad blood. Trey gonna be the only person that's staying in character.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's too hot. My face was itching. um, but Trey, what you think about Hell in a Cell opening up?
I'm excited about it. Like you said, just get it out the way. Uh, and I think it's good because this isn't going to be the only. Uh, it's not the only big storyline on the show. So I don't mind it opening because it like the whole show is flooded with stuff. So
Yeah,
uh, but yeah, I'm cool with it. I do agree with Jay that it is going to be a long show. I mean, a long match.
It
It's a
is.
Hell in a Cell. It's a Hell in a Cell. It can't go 5 minutes.
I mean, and this shit
So,
starting at 6 p.m. So you already know it's
hmm
starting at 6 and it's probably going to end like 10:30.
This is going to be about a 40 minute match, close to an hour.
Yeah.
Watch.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be like a give or take 5 minutes where they're just gonna be laying around hurt.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
do we see them breaking the cell?
No, I see
No,
them
I
jumping
don't.
off the cell, but I don't see them breaking it.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough brute to break the cell.
Now, if we
So
talk
how they
about
gonna get
Braun
on?
Strowman and
How they gonna get on top of the cell?
nah,
I
they're
mean,
not breaking the
they
cell.
could go out the door.
Yeah,
True. I'm thinking
You go out
about
the
Dada. I'm thinking about Dada E2K.
yeah, you go out the door and climb the cell. Last person to jump off the cell was Shane, right?
Shane was.
And
Yeah.
he missed. Yeah.
Okay.
See, listen,
So
CM Punk. If CM Punk climbs up that cell, he's definitely jumping off of it. That's all
Oh
I
yeah.
gotta say.
Yeah. Especially if he tries to hit that elbow.
Yeah,
all right, let's pick a winner. Who we got?
CM Punk.
CM Punk.
I'm going Drew McIntyre. Fuck it.
You going Drew to end the feud? Even though we
The
Hmm.
don't
only reason why I said CM Punk is because
Because
to
the
me
thing
CM
is
Punk got to end the feud so that he can challenge for the title.
yeah.
the thing is CM Punk won't lose anything by losing this feud. He can
It's
still
about
challenge for the
placement
title.
though. Nah,
He can still
he
challenge for the
needs to
title.
win. He needs to win the momentum to take him into challenging Gunther for the title.
Well, Gunther's already got Sammy. Then Braun Breaker's already walked up on him. So he's got people to fight before he gets to Punk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Drew. Might as well. Shit. All right, let's move on.
Definitely will be.
Let's move on. How about Nia Jax versus Bailey?
Nia.
Next, no.
Nia Jax. Nia Jax.
Believe it or not, you want my honest opinion?
You think Bailey gonna win it?
Always
I
wanted.
think Belly. I think Bailey's going to win, and I think Tiff is going to cash in the money in the bank on Belly after
There we
she
go.
wins.
There we go.
No,
Okay.
damn that. I got one for you. Do you think that Nia would interrupt Tiffany's cash in and stop her from cashing in?
Uh, no, because I think what's
Why?
going to happen is because I think what happens is after WWE is notorious for repeating certain storylines, right, or certain things. What's the one thing that happened? Remember the Miz and Bobby Lashley? Remember Bobby Lashley getting Miz the win, and all Miz had to do was give Bobby Lashley a title run
Mm-hmm.
or a title shot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what happens is they repeat that with Nia Jax and Tiff. I can see that. I don't know why I'm picturing that, but I'm picturing Nia Jax after she loses. All right, cool. She beats down Billy real quick. Tiff comes in and cashes in on Billy, and then the following Friday night on TV, Nia, throws it in Tiff's face that she helped her win, and she wants a title match.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see that going.
Well, how about this? Uh, I could see Bailey winning, but if you noticed, anytime her and Naomi have been talking about it, Naomi was like, you're definitely going to get the first crack at the title if I win." Bailey is always wishy washy when Naomi says it to her, like, "You got me right," and Bailey be like, "Yeah, I mean, yeah, 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 you're up there." I could see
Mm.
Bailey winning, not holding up her end of the bargain, and giving Naomi the first title shot, and I could see that's when we start getting real glimpses of a Naomi heel turn, which could lead to Tiffany cashing in. But that wouldn't be that night. It'll be like the SmackDown after, or like
Yeah.
a
So
little bit after that.
so
So I'm
where
gonna take Bailey. I'm gonna take Bailey.
all right. So I just want you to think about this. We're in a new era, SmackDown, different different TV channel, right? And we're
Hmm.
gonna do it just think about what happened with NXT. All right, I know we're gonna get into that later, but just think about what they did with NXT. They have a heel as a women's champion, a face as the men's champion. You have a heel as the women's champion on Raw. It's possible that they could want the new face for the women's division on SmackDown to be a face.
Agreed.
So
I
Jay,
can see that.
With your Bailey pick, that could be cool, but they look at Tiffany as being the future, so that cash in makes sense.
Mhm.
That
And
cash in makes sense.
they've been teasing a Tiffany face turn,
Yeah, especially the way that she been looking at Naya like last week when she gave her the side eye after Naya,
but that
pretty
would
much
mean
bullied
that
her.
Yeah. So Nia would have to win if they're gonna pull the trigger on a face turn.
She doesn't necessarily have to
She
win. She
doesn't
just
have
has
to
to
win.
be cashed in on.
Hmm.
Well, whatever. The point is, she got to do it on. She got to do it while
Because
Nia's the
just think,
champ.
just think. This is how Tiffany get. This is how Tiffany Stratton gets a face turn in the midst of that cash in. She gets ready to hit Bailey with the briefcase. Nia comes charging. Tiff moves. Nia hits Bailey, and then Tiffany hits Nia with the briefcase and gets the 1, 2, 3. Tiff, just by Tiff hitting Nia with the briefcase, she automatically becomes a face.
I agree, but I'm still going with Bailey. JD, who was your pick? I didn't hear it.
I said Nia, but now I'm kind of like, just by me saying that, I'm kind of staggering with Bailey now.
I'm sticking with Bailey.
Yeah, I'm kind of sticking with Bailey now.
All
But I
right.
like, but I like Jay's synopsis.
What about Damian Priest versus Finn Balor?
Mm,
I'll be going back and forth with this one.
yeah, I
I've been
love.
thinking long and hard about this one, and I really think that it's going to be Finn.
Yes, I feel like Finn has to win this in order to
Yeah,
keep Judgment Day relevant.
yeah.
Sub Xandal.
Yeah, I'm going with y'all. I was at first I was like, nah, it's gonna be he said
Priest.
okay, Swerve. I thought it was gonna be Priest, but now that I'm thinking about it, if what I think is gonna happen later on, I think that Finn is gonna win. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with the
This is the
demon.
thing,
He ain't the
like
demon yet, but he been
like
teasing.
like you said with the
Yeah,
previous pick, like the previous pick, that Damian Priest really doesn't have anything to lose by losing this match. Finn has everything to lose by losing this match.
exactly.
He
Hmm.
has everything to lose by losing this. You lose
Priest and
the
Rhea
dominance
already
that you
faced,
fiction.
so
Yeah, so them
Hmm.
taking the L, whether it's by trickery or somebody coming in and interrupting the match and causing a distraction, whatever. But if Finn loses clean, that just lowers his everything.
It kills the new Judgment Day if he loses clean.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. Since we talk about Judgment Day, let's go ahead and put in your little tie in the second topic
okay.
into this right now. So you said JD and Carlito about to be out,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Well, everything that's been stewing on social media has shown the way JD McDonough has been looking at Liv, right? The whole side eye, then Liv look at
Hmm.
him and everything. Him dissing Dom. Dom goes to give him a hug. He ducks under Dom and hugs Finn. Like, JD wants Dom's everything, I guess you could say. He wants his girl. He wants his
I don't
position in
even.
the
I don't even. I don't
Judgment
even think
Day.
it's. I don't even think it's that deep.
Oh,
I
it
hope
It
they
is.
is
don't. I
water.
hope they don't play that. I hope they don't play that storyline. I really don't.
Yeah. I don't think it's that deep.
That's just repeating the same thing over. Nah, I'm good. I get what you're saying, but nah,
Yeah.
they
So
can't do that. They just did it.
why do you? So Trey, you put that topic. Why do you feel like they about to be out?
Did y'all see the beginning? Well, not the beginning, but did y'all see Raw on Monday when Dom and Liv was by the lowrider?
Yeah.
All right. So what happened? They talking. Finn calls Dom. Dom walks away. When they ask Liv where Finn is, instead of just telling them where he is, because why would they need to be a secret from them? Why
Mm,
why they got to be out the loop? And
mm-hmm.
then Dom is on the corner. Finn talking about, yo, tell Liv that business that we was talking about. I took care of it. Blah blah blah. He goes back over. He lies and say, yo, Finn is stuck somewhere. But he'll say that he'll hit us up.
Mm-hmm.
Then when they having a 6-man tag, well, no. Before I get to that, when they walk out and JD was looking at Liv and she was looking back at him and she got closer to Dom,
Mm-hmm.
you notice the split between them
Oh yeah.
where Finn is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's like they was looking at that empty spot. It's showing a fraction. Like y'all two over here, we over here. Finn is the one that was quote unquote keeping it all together, but he's really working with Dom and Liv. And then when Liv gets on the ropes or the mat, she distracts them. Finn comes out. JD and Carlito don't even know he there. That's why
Yeah,
they were so shocked after.
true.
Now the JD ducking Dom's hug, I don't know if that was on purpose or not. That's just funny. Um, and then the promo that they gave after, your best friends become strangers.
Mm,
Everybody knows that JD is Finn's protege.
right.
He's the one that recruited him to Judgment Day. And the funny thing is, Damian Priest actually foreshadowed this after the Raw after SummerSlam. And he said, JD, you stupid. You don't realize that he's using you too. And
Mm,
because JD McDonough and Carlito are the fucking crash dummies of Judgment Day.
they are.
Every time the Terror Twins beat them up, it's always them two in the ring and the other three out the ring.
Oh, that's true. So who else do you think he could be bringing in?
Well, AJ is on SmackDown right now fighting Carmelo Hayes. I still think it's a chance that it could be AJ,
Nah,
and I know for a fact that Raquel is coming in.
I don't want to see that.
I think
I don't
Raquel
want to
was
see
the
that.
business that he was talking about.
Raquel is definitely the business he was talking about, and we could talk about it now. The Liv and Rhea match with Dom in the shark cage.
Yeah.
When Drew
I mean, that's
McIntyre
the.
walked when Drew McIntyre walked in on Monday Night Raw, we ain't seen Raquel Rodriguez's face in forever. He walked right by a truck that had her face on it,
Yeah, they
foreshadowing.
foreshadow.
And then that's how Liv's gonna win. Like I don't know if Dom's gonna drop some shit out the cage or not. I don't think he is. I think he's gonna be up there having a fucking panic attack, and then and then he's gonna get him down after Rhea. I don't know if it's gonna be a straight up disqualification. Like Raquel walks in and just like does her finishing move on Rhea, or she just distracts her and Liv picks up the W because of distraction. But Liv
let
is
me
gonna
tell you.
win.
Let me tell you. It's about to be some bullshit to where somebody's gonna lower the shark cage to where it's a reasonable height for Dom to get out. They're gonna have the keys. They're gonna throw it up to him. He's gonna unlock the shit. He's gonna be trying to crawl out. Rhea is gonna fucking catch his ass. She's gonna slam him, and then some bullshit is gonna happen. Probably Raquel comes in there. Dom's getting out the cage. You got to even think about the when Chris Jericho was locked in that damn cage. He got out.
He
The
he
keys
had the
was thrown
keys.
to him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But he also fell from that shit. So with Dom, like it's just setting up for some real fuck shit with him getting out this cage. But I feel like that Rhea might pull his ass down, but
I
it's
I mean,
gonna
agree
she
with
be
you.
is
it's gonna be
she
low
is she
enough
is
to
low
where
key still obsessed with him because when she had the chance to beat up Liv, she decided to go back so she could throw Dom in the cage.
hmm
See, I think that's the foreshadowing that we need to talk about,
yeah,
right? As much as Rhea is pissed off and mad at Liv, she's even more pissed off and mad at Dom.
yeah,
I think that Rhea is going to be her own. She's going to have her own self destruct button in this match,
hmm
right? We know it's going to be most likely it's going to be an interference by Raquel,
hmm
but what's going to happen is that Rhea's going to be so focused on Dom as he's trying to get out of the cage, that's going to leave the opening for Raquel to swing in and do what she need to do. And I think Liv is going to pin her. I don't think it's going to be no one, no disqualification or no count out or nothing like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
It's going to be Liv pinning her with her, Raquel, and Dom standing over Mommy with their hands raised. And
yep,
it's going to be basically because Mommy's going to keep going after Dom.
hmm
That's why.
I agree. All right, now, before we get to the main event, and I think that I could see Carlito getting kicked out on Monday, but they won't do it with JD just yet. I don't think they're gonna do.
it is crazy because Carlito just got a shirt
Exactly, that's the funny part.
for the first
And
time he's worn the Judgment Day shirt.
I don't think he's getting
and
kicked out right now.
I think that I think that JD won't get kicked out until they drop those titles.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's when they'll do it. unless Finn just says screw the tag titles and he concedes the matches, just like leaves JD to get beat against whoever they fight,
J-
something like that.
in order for Carlito to get kicked out, I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be straight up kicked out. I think Carlito's going to be replaced, and the only person I don't know who I see him being replaced with. I feel like it has to be a powerhouse, right? Because they lose that. Honestly, this whole Judgment Day thing is I told you the storyline for me is
Yeah,
whack.
it's damaged
When
goods right now.
when they broke up and they
When they
separated
get
from
the new
Damien
members,
and
that's when it's going
Rhea,
to pick back up.
they should have changed their name. They should have no longer been Judgment Day. That's just my opinion. Okay.
Yeah.
But this Judgment Day 2.0 is weak. And yeah, Carlito and JD are the ones that always get the brunt of everything, and Dom too, because Dom was always getting his ass kicked, but then he finds some way to weasel out of the ring.
Hmm.
Um, Carlito can't go unless they're replacing with him with somebody of a Damian Priest esque stature.
Mm.
And I've been trying to think like who could it be? Like who could it be? Who could it be? And I don't know, man. Nobody's really coming like, you know what I mean? As of right now.
Mm.
If I had to pick somebody, I would like to see it being like Braun Breaker or what's old
He just
buddy's
turned
name?
face. We gonna talk about
Bronson
Uh
that.
Reed.
Bronson Reed. Yeah, Bronson Reed to me would be the perfect fit, but I don't see that happening storyline wise.
Yeah.
Um I mean, they always could. Nah, I doubt if that happened. I mean, they always could recruit almost. I just said like I mean he don't have to do a lot. He just needs
He
his
don't.
presence.
Yeah.
His
Exactly.
presence.
Yeah.
Now the
All right.
MVP and them are gone. You know.
So is everybody picking Liv in that match?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
All right. All right. So let's get to the main event. We got the Bloodline.
Hold
Jacob
on. You
Fatu.
ain't you missing a match?
No,
You mean to tell me
I went
there's only 4 matches?
Nah. There's a.
Drew. Look, no, we got Drew and Punk. We did
Hmm.
Nia and Bailey. We did Finn and Priest. Liv and Rhea. And now the main event. That's 5.
Oh, okay. Damn, I could have swore it was 6.
No, ain't no
I,
6. Because Bianca and Jade are hosting.
that's right. Damn, I could have
Okay.
swore it was something else. But you right. You looking at the
I was say,
what you call it
what would
now?
they add? Cause Gunther and Sammy is on Monday,
That's true.
That's right. They are on
and
Monday.
then Jay and Woods is on Monday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which that's finally going to be the breakup of New Day, but we'll
We
we'll
gonna get
we'll
to it.
we'll, we'll get to that later.
We gonna get to it. All right. All right. So Bloodline, Solo and Jacob Fatu versus Roman and Cody,
Oh shit.
and
AJ hurt.
oh shit, and then The Rock is in Georgia. The
That don't mean
Rock
nothing.
has been spotted in Georgia. And Cody did say that there's going to be a video package that's going to determine the title picture. So, what do we think is going to happen in this match? Winners, everything.
I think that they're ghosting
Shenanigans.
y'all. Like I think they're blowing smoke with all this rock stuff. All you see is all this rock stuff, and I think that it's a smoke show. I don't see the rock coming back right now. Like I think it's too early for him to make his appearance. I feel like
Is
it
it
has
Survivor
to
Series is
be
a month away?
Survivor
it's too
Series, it makes sense for The Rock to show up because that's
it's too
before Royal
early.
Rumble.
Yeah, it's too early.
It's
I
too.
I feel like it's Jimmy. It's going to be
Yeah.
Jimmy coming back, and I feel like they're using The Rock as the smoke show because you haven't heard anything, nothing about Jimmy, not one thing. But yet you hear all this stuff about The Rock. The Rock is here. The Rock's going to be in Atlanta. The Rock this. The Rock that. The pictures with Cody and The Rock in it, like it's a smoke show. I don't see The Rock showing up at Bad Blood.
Well,
I
I'm
see Jimmy
believing the
showing up.
whole show. Because I'll
Okay,
say The Rock showing up.
all right. I think it's Jimmy showing up.
What
It could be
sense?
both. I mean,
No. All
shit. I
right.
mean,
All right. All right.
I like Jimmy, but he ain't no damn showstopper.
So let me just ask this: what sense does The Rock make showing up in this match?
It will be after the match.
Period. Is within the match. What sense does the Rock showing up make? What dynamic does it do?
He
Nothing.
told the what did Roman say to Cody at the football field? You're in my way in life. What did The Rock say to Cody the Monday after WrestleMania? Our story isn't finished. It's easy way to tie this into it.
It's easy to tie it in once you have the whole bloodline, right? So the whole bloodline will have to be there. That's
Yes.
everybody. Everybody. Everybody that's included in it. No, just listen, just hear me out. Everybody that's included in this whole bloodline story has to be there for the
Yes.
Rock.
I agree.
Because with the Rock coming in, okay, yeah, the only dynamic is he helping the bloodline or is he helping Roman and Cody?
But you could use The Rock to help get Jay back.
No.
No,
Yes.
I think it's too
Yes.
I think it's too early for The Rock to show his
Because
face.
the Rock, you know how they're gonna play. If the Rock goes with the new bloodline, it's gonna make them too powerful. They're gonna need recruits. Roman don't have nobody right now.
I already told you what's gonna happen.
Jimmy ain't enough.
No, I already told you. Did you re-listen to our podcast last week?
Hell no.
Jay, you missed it. So of course we're getting a Bloodline 2.0 type ish with the Survivor Series, right?
Hmm.
I think that Roman is going to be in that match by himself with Cody, with the possibility of either Randy Orton,
Oh yeah,
Kevin
yeah, yeah. I remember.
Owens,
Or both.
or both. I don't feel like it's gonna have Jay, Sammy. You might get a Jimmy, might get a Jimmy, but I feel like it's going to be all Roman's enemies that he has to ally with in order to beat the Bloodline 2.0.
Listen, we know the rest of the bloodline's getting involved, right? We know that the other two are eventually going to get involved in this match. So at some point, it's going to be 4-on-2.
Yeah.
Okay. At which point, I kind of feel like I don't think this is going to happen. This is how I would do it. I would do it as 4-on-2. Roman and Cody's getting beat down, and then that's when you get KO and Randy Orton's music that hits. The way I would do it is I would have them come out, stand at the top of the ramp, and then turn around and walk away.
Who?
KO and Randy,
Oh
as in
yeah.
like we told you not to team with Roman.
Yeah.
We're not helping you.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they walk away and they leave, and then the bloodline realizes that they're not coming down to help them, they go back into beating them down, and then that's when I think we get Jimmy who ends up coming out.
Now, I've seen a little bit extra, stern on the social. I've said this a long time ago. Who's to say? Because they've been saying that it's going to be a lot of people coming in, right? It's supposed to be
Hmm.
a lot of people showing up. Paul Heyman, right?
Yeah.
Who does Paul Heyman bring with him?
Well, you think this is finally the return of Brock Lesnar?
A son of a gun from I can't even say it. A son of a gun
Saskatchewan.
Saskatoon.
from
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan. A son of a gun from Saskatchewan.
Brock Lesnar is
So,
back on the active roster on the website.
so if they
Don't rule
bring
that
Brock
out.
in, they've done a hell of a job at keeping it hush hush under the radar. I mean, just like how they snuck the Undertaker in, they probably got the golf carts with the blacked out drapes on it and everything with Brock Lesnar in there rolling around in the back. Cause
Yeah.
that's the only way they get him in that arena with nobody tweeting
Okay.
like, "Oh my God, I
Now,
just saw Brock Lesnar."
the
That's it.
only way to also he is somewhere close, and at the beginning of that match, that's when he comes to the arena. That's the only other way.
I mean, Brock Lesnar will work because if you think about the way that everything has played out with Brock Lesnar, right? He did give Cody his seal of approval, right?
Hmm.
He is a Paul Heyman guy that like Roman was,
Hmm.
or probably, or should we say, still is.
I
Hmm.
say still
He
is.
does he. if he did mend fences with Paul Heyman, then he owes the bloodline because they took out Paul Heyman.
Right.
There's so many different possibilities, but the problem is just that leading up to Bad Blood, they haven't touched on anything that the Bloodline 2.0 has really done to the
Well,
rest of the rest of the bloodline outside of really Roman, right?
no, because Roman vocally said it when he did that promo with Cody when he said they took away Jimmy, they took away my wise man. Like so he's mentioned the fact that they've taken them away. So he was like, I have nothing. So
Yeah.
tying that in, like in bad blood is a key thing that goes with bad blood is the enemy of my enemy. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So we already getting that with Cody and Roman. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So a third trio to that is Brock Lesnar, possibly. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but that's just something don't weed out.
I feel you, but I'm going with my gut.
I'm
My
I,
gut
I
says
I would say
my
it.
gut
What
says
makes
Jimmy.
this? Yeah, what makes more sense is Jimmy.
It makes sense for Jimmy.
Yeah,
It makes sense for The Rock to show up on SmackDown, like when we get about 2 weeks out from Bad Blood, or you know what I mean,
Survivor
and
Series.
and Survivor Series, and then setting up the match that way. That makes sense. That's a Rock moment. But The Rock just showing up at Bad Blood, I don't see it. I just don't see it. Not right now. Not if we already had Jimmy back already, and then they were possibly working on Jay, I could see The Rock coming out and making
Now,
an appearance.
Trey, if Talatonga was not going to NXT, I would definitely support you on that Rock thing and have the Rock bring out Talatonga. I would definitely support that if he wasn't already on the NXT roster.
It's cool, man. We'll
But
see. We'll just see. We'll just see
like I
tomorrow.
said, we can all agree to disagree. You feel me?
Yeah. I
Well,
mean, who
I
knows? I
disagree.
mean,
But at the end of the
that's
day,
okay.
as the victors, I got Bloodline 2.0. Mm,
Yeah, it has to be 2.0. 2.0
Bloodline
has to win.
2.0.
Cody and Roman have to take this L.
Yep.
I agree. Who do you think is going to be the reason that they lose, if there is a reason that they lose?
Cody, he's gonna
And
feel
who?
like Roman didn't have his back.
Okay.
Uh, so a lot of this also, in my opinion, depends because we won't find out really until we see
How the match
the
is going.
video package. No,
Yeah.
the video package. I feel like, are we gonna get that video package before the match, or are we getting that video package after the match? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we get that video package before the match, I think that that's going to be a big telltale about how this match is going to go.
So, do you think the video package has anything to do with Cody telling Roman that, oh, you said you were gonna have my back. So if you really have my back, like you said you are, then I guarantee your title rematch.
I think it has a lot. I think the video package has something to do about Roman, and then I think it also has something to do about possibly Solo getting a title shot too.
Mm,
Another one.
Yeah.
That'd be his third one. Mm.
mm.
All right. So let's actually, since we're talking about Cody and all that, let's talk. Let's move on to another topic that I had lower, but we can talk about it now. KO trying to put the pause on Cody after SmackDown last week. He told Cody, "Don't come out." Randy said, "Don't listen to KO. I want you to come out." Cody came out. KO was pissed. He tried to lay hands on him, and Randy stopped it.
Hmm.
Do you think that they're just teasing us with the KO heel turn, and it's actually going to be Randy the one to turn heel first?
Oh yeah.
No, I don't see Randy turning heel right now. I see
Or do
it.
you think he's going to keep playing peacemaker between the two?
I think it's KO that's going to turn heel. I feel like But then again, KO turning heel is so damn obvious, right?
Is
We
he?
we all know at some point KO is going to stab somebody in the back and turn heel. So
Yeah.
it's like, do we want to go that obvious?
Okay. And then something that I've been seeing too is that Randy has been speaking a lot about how he's enjoying this ride of being a face, enjoying the crowd, why he still has, why he's still able to do it. I started thinking, I was like, usually when you hear somebody say they're enjoying this ride, means that there could be a change that's coming soon. There could be a change that's coming soon. The way that I mean, it makes sense the way that we get Cody versus Randy some way down the future, Randy being healed, but also, you know, Cody could do that thing that he did with KO and grant him a title match, and you know, Randy could be the snake that he is, but actually not be healed and stuff. But we'll see.
I mean, if you really want my prediction is going to be Cody versus Randy at Royal Rumble.
Mm,
Just saying that's my prediction later on down the road. Um, honestly, I really think that I know we're talking about how Royal Rumble is the start of John Cena's retirement, run and everything like that. But I think Randy's right behind him.
yeah.
I really do, man. I, I think that if somehow, some way, I feel like they're putting the belt on Randy sometime next year,
Mm,
right? That'll
And
what tie him with
have
John
him
Cena,
and have him
or
and
he'll
Cena
be
both
one
have
under.
him and Cena both have 16.
They both
Because Randy,
that'll
Randy,
tie
Randy,
him with Cena, right?
yeah,
Randy's at
Randy got
Randy's at
15 right
15.
now.
he's at
Randy got
14.
15.
He's at no, he's at
14.
15. He's
He's
at
at
14.
14.
Okay.
He's at
So
14.
yeah, so he will have to get the belt and then lose it and then get it back twice.
Because if he beat Gunther, he was gonna be at 15.
That's right. That is true. Okay.
So he's tied with Triple H.
Yes,
Yeah,
he's tied with Triple H.
I knew he's tied with somebody. All right. So
Hmm.
I don't know, man. The way that I see like how Randy is and how they're utilizing his character and everything like that. I don't I don't man.
So let me
I
ask: When has Randy won Money in the Bank?
yeah.
No.
Right?
Has he?
No.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Randy.
He
Yes, he
did.
did.
Because he
Yeah,
cashed
Randy.
in on
Yeah.
Brian. He cashed in on Daniel Bryan
Yeah.
at SummerSlam when Triple H pedigreed
So
Bryan after the match with Cena,
so that was almost 10 years
2014.
ago. Almost 10
Something
years
Yeah.
like
ago.
that. Yeah. That was like his last title run.
Could we see Randy Orton Money in the Bank?
Only reason why I say
Mm,
no is because I still feel like Money in the Bank is going to be Jay's.
To get a world
I
championship?
yeah. I really like the run that he's on now that he won in that singles championship because we talk about people being chasers and then we talk about when you actually get it. Now that he actually has that Intercontinental Championship, that's pretty much putting him in line. And
It
he's
is.
already had great matches for the WWE Championship. So those matches were really, really good.
Yeah.
I feel like
But Jay right
the
now
money.
is he is, I feel like that they want him to carry this mid card. He's the face of the mid card right now.
He's
Mind
the,
you,
the Monday
he's a
Night
main
Raw.
yeah,
Period.
he's mainstream, right? But
Yeah,
the reason why I say this, we just got Seth Rollins back from injury, right?
I don't
Um
want to see Seth Rollins as champion
I know
again.
nobody does, but when seeing him come back, I was like, all right, LA Knight's not carrying SmackDown's mid card division. I'm
No,
sorry. It's laxy daisy. He needs to go ahead and get that belt up to like
it's
Mello
on
or
Andrade
whoever.
and Mello are carrying it right now.
Yeah. So, but Jay winning it, as you see, he won it. They got a new. They made the title look better and everything like that. So they're like, we got the right person to hold this, and possibly for a little while, like maybe for the rest of this year, we got the right person to hold the IC
definitely
title.
definitely for the rest of this year. I don't see I don't see Jey Uso losing the Intercontinental Championship until after WrestleMania, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
And
I'm about to
then
say because JD, did you say something about him losing it in like a few months?
I said that
Like
if he
last
would lose
episode?
it, if he did feud with like Dom, then I could see him losing the Dom and getting the IC title, and Dom getting the IC title. That's
my problem is that Gunther as the World Heavyweight Champion has been
me.
mediocre.
Yeah.
It's been mid. It reminds me of when old buddy won the AEW championship. Remember how I was telling you how he's just forgettable? That's how forgettable he is. I
Hangman.
forgot his name. Yup, Hangman.
Mm,
That, that to me is what Gunther's title run is. Hangman.
Well, he's only how many times has he defended it?
once
Once.
against
All right
Randy.
then.
I get what you're saying. I'm just saying, like,
He was mid holding the IC title for
thank you.
666 days.
Thank you.
I
Yes, he was.
disagree. I disagree with that.
You
I don't
disagree with
think
that?
Gunther is going to be. I don't think
Yeah.
Gunther is going to be a long champion. I don't think Gunther is going
He
to
was
be a
putting on some
champion.
bangers for that IC title.
He had two good matches, really good matches. One was against Sheamus, and then the other
No, it
one
was
was
Chad Gable
against.
and Sammy.
No, the one that he had against Sheamus was a good match
You gotta
too.
remember, he held it for 666 days. He had the triple threat against Drew and Sheamus. Then he had the
Yeah.
singles
That
match
was
with
all right.
Sheamus. Then he had
The
all the
single
matches
match with
with
Sheamus was.
he had all the matches with Gable. Then he had Sammy. Then he had he didn't beat Braun Breaker. Who did he beat? I forgot,
No,
but his shit was not mediocre to me.
to me,
His IC run was not. I'm not gonna say his IC run was mediocre because his IC run was historical, yada yada yada, all that stuff. He did have some really good matches in his IC run. Him as world heavyweight champion is mid as fuck. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just it's all right, right?
Is it more mid than
He's
Cody?
yes.
yes. I don't
Just
care what
saying.
anybody. Y'all, listen, y'all can talk all the shit y'all want to talk about Cody. There's been worse champions, and they've given them longer title runs than Cody. So we ain't even gonna get in on that one.
Oh
But
no, I'm about to cook Cody here in a second.
that's all right. You go ahead and do that. But all I'm saying is, I see Gunther holding on to the championship probably
Two
probably
more defenses.
until yeah, I would say so, man. I really think he's probably gonna lose it freaking like elimination chamber or something like that. It's gonna be something weird. It's gonna be I wouldn't be surprised if they made him lose it on the first Raw of the year. Like he challenged somebody challenged him and then he drops the title to somebody on live TV for the World Heavyweight Championship. That's my
But yeah,
opinion on it.
I definitely don't see him holding that shit 666 days. He's not gonna hold
No,
it like
hell
that.
no.
Hell
Oh,
nah.
why did you have to bring in gender?
Cause he's no
Gender
gender.
Jinder Mahal was Jinder. I don't care. Jinder Mahal's title run was more memorable than what Gunther's putting out right now.
And according
Yeah,
to
because
analysts,
nobody expected him to do it. That's why it was already more interesting just
I,
because he won it.
everybody expected him to do it. When I saw when they announced that they
Please.
signed that Indian deal, I said that title is going on Jinder Mahal so fast, and they
Well, we
did
weren't
it.
doing the pod, so I didn't hear you say
and
Well, I said it to myself at home.
and
it.
according to analysts, Jinder Mahal as champion has grossed more viewerships than Cody has.
I believe
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I
Two
believe it.
point 2.18 million to 1.53 million viewerships. Cody had
But
1.53.
you could probably say the same about whenever um Drew McIntyre finally got his first run, right? You got if you think about these type of guys that were just so stuck in this mid card realm, and then
Hold on. I got something for Zando. He said, "Aren't you the one making the case about being Cody's first reign?" Same thing with Gunther. This is the difference with Gunther and Cody, right? And I want you to pay attention to something. You want to know why Cody, right? if anybody paid attention, do you see how fast they took those tag team championships off of Cody and Jay Uso? It wasn't
Hmm.
because of Jay Uso. It wasn't because Jay Uso, right?
They should have
This
never
is
won those tag team titles in the first place.
exactly. And Cody was champion. They tried to do the two belt thing to see if he was gonna get as much, I guess, hoopla, the same thing that Roman did. No, it was no comparison, right? Yeah, let's get this shit off of him.
Here we go comparing his his
No,
his
no, no,
one
no, no.
title run to Roman Reigns. I like, oh, go ahead.
Hey,
I'll let you finish.
I'm
I'll let
trying
you
to
finish.
I'm trying to support you on this because you're the
Oh,
one
playing
who
sarcasm.
said
Welcome to the show, sir.
that uh Co- you were talking about Cody's first title reign, and it's the same thing for Gunther. To you got to give it time, but Gunther, we've seen him as a long champion. We've seen what he can do as a champion, and just he Gunther was when he was the UK champion in NXT. Great, something new served a purpose. It got stale. Boom, they gave it to Pete Dunne. They took it off. I mean, Ilya Dragunov, right? Certain people are meant to hold certain titles. I say that. I don't think that Gunther is that mainstream title holder at this point to carry on a brand.
He's not. That's why, if you look at it, that's why on Monday Night Raw, Jey Uso is the face of the company,
Yeah, Gunther,
not Gunther. Who's the face of SmackDown?
Cody.
Okay, all right.
No,
Well,
Roman.
solve my point's off.
No, I'm
Roman.
Points
sorry.
off. Points
I'm
off. No, it's not Roman. It's not Roman
It
anymore.
is
It
Roman.
was
Who is
Roman.
on?
It was Roman.
Who's the graphic when they show SmackDown? Who's the graphic? It ain't Cody.
Oh my god, you talking about the graphic? You talking about the one that they haven't updated? Okay,
They did update it. Like don't try to switch it up. Nah, because
no,
who's the one
no.
on Raw? That's updated.
Okay, you go continue. Let's just see. We gonna see, right?
I think y'all got something against Europeans.
no,
All right, enough Cody talk.
No,
please.
you keep going.
Well, we mentioned it. How y'all feel about the new IC belt design?
I love it.
I love it. Incorporates a little bit of the old school to the new school.
Yeah, they teased it on. I saw it on Twitter. I didn't think they was really gonna do it.
Yeah, I like it. Got more of a
Uh-oh. We got a
shiny gold
segment
feeling.
with Bailey and Naomi. See, my Naomi take is
So
going to
real
come
quick,
true.
just to back it
Mhm.
up, as of right now, Cody Rhodes is the top grossing for merch for SmackDown, and Jey Uso is the top grossing for Monday Night Raw, as we already knew that.
Hmm.
The point that I was making with that is what I'm saying is that you have somebody who is in the mid card who's been stuck in the, I don't care if you call him main event Jey Uso, whatever. Yes, he's had plenty of title matches and heavyweight championship matches and all that stuff. I don't care, whatever. At the end of the day, he lost those matches. He lost all
Hmm.
those matches up until winning the Intercontinental Championship match. And this guy is a mid card guy, and he is holding down Monday Night Raw versus who your champion is. He was holding it down when Damian Priest was champion, and he was holding it down now when Gunther was champion. If you notice, when Seth Rollins was champion, Seth Rollins was quote unquote the face of Monday Night Raw, right? He was top grossing and all that stuff. And then once
Hmm.
he was written off and he was gone, it's been Jey Uso. That's all I'm saying, right? Numbers speak for itself. So y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but Cody Rhodes has been running SmackDown since 2023. All right, continue.
Okay.
No,
Continue.
I mean he makes a valid point.
I don't
Um,
care.
I saw something that said it's hard to be a face of a company when you're a heel. Mm. I think that's
That's
very.
not true. That's
I
not
think
true.
that's selective.
Yeah.
It
I can name a
depends on the
couple of people.
person.
Yeah, I can name a couple of
It
people.
depends. It depends on the person.
Daniel Bryan
You
was a
you
heel. He was the face of the company.
I know we
you're
don't like
talking about
bringing
a
up
time.
Roman up here, but Roman was the face of the
That's
company.
that's what I'm saying. You're talking about right now. It's harder to be a baby face than it is to be a heel. Like I don't that
Yeah,
that nah.
Seth,
It's
Randy.
easier. It's easier being a heel. Everybody likes the heel. The only person that likes baby faces now are women and children. So it's harder to be a face than it is to be a heel.
Bro, Seth is not trash. That's it.
But that,
Whose man
Seth,
is this?
Trey.
hey, this is one of our subscribers. Can y'all show some respect?
Yeah, respect. Seth is not trash. I value your opinion, but Seth is not trash.
Listen, you on OTR? We keep it real. Nah.
Nah, I think in all seriousness, when it comes to Cody, I just think because he's so tied up in the bloodline, it restricts what his championship run could be because he's literally been connected to the bloodline ever since he got done with his feud with Seth. That's my
I
only
will
thing with
give
Cody.
you that one. I will agree with you on that one. And that you can't. That's not Cody's fault. That's
I'm
these
fair. I'm
trash
fair.
ass writers that are writing these storylines. And instead of killing the bloodline and just letting that shit in, they continue it with this awful 2.0. Hence the reason why they have to bring back the original bloodline now so that they can finally kill this shit off. So Cody could have been on to better storylines by now, but yet
They
we
tried.
got to deal with this bullshit because of it.
They tried twice.
Uh oh, we got beef in the comment section. Xandel, stop with all the Seth hate.
They tried twice.
Yeah, like I enjoyed Cody's feud with Brock. Um, I think his feud with AJ could have been better.
It could have
Um,
been.
him and Logan, that was just a
They
publicity
tried.
stunt. Uh,
Honestly, in my opinion, that's who they need to put the United States Championship back on. And it's so crazy because I was so against it at first, right?
you
But
really were.
After Logan got that United States champion, he made a believer out of me, boy. He they need to put that shit. He represented for that, and then I don't care what anybody say. Freaking LA Knight ain't it. I'm sorry,
Nah.
LA Knight ain't it.
They should have put a
Yeah.
title on him like a year
No.
ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit too late.
yeah. Comment section lit tonight. Let's go. Uh, did y'all think? How do y'all feel? Did y'all like the fact that they pulled the trigger on Brown Breaker becoming face?
I told you.
I
I
think
caught that
I
jump
think they
straight
had
down the
to.
line.
I think they had to because they they fucking waited so long to put the damn belt onto. First of all, they messed up when they let Sami Zayn beat him. Right?
Hmm.
We already said
Hmm.
that. They fucked his image up whenever they let Sami Zayn beat him.
Yep.
Then they let him come back and win the championship, only to let Jay beat him on live TV for the title. They ruined him. Like as a heel, they completely ruined him. He can no longer be a heel with that. They had to turn him face, and I don't think that they I think that he's going to get lost in that mid card like so many other people now because they're not going to have anything to do like anything for him as a face. That's my opinion on it.
Mm, I think they'll just keep him like caught in the middle, not face, not heel, just one of those like in betweeners. Um, and they tried to make it like really relevant when they said Gunther, like when Gunther told him like, oh, he really is a badass. They tried to throw that out there, but like I knew that once he lost to Jay, he was going face. He was gonna go like confront
Yeah.
Gunther. It was just so like straight up cut. And then with Jay being like, yo, Braun, there's some dogs in wherever they were.
So do you think Braun's gonna be the one to beat Gunther?
Nah, I don't think so.
That'd be
Sure
Maybe.
about
early
that.
as hell. That'd be fast as
Sure about
hell.
that.
Okay, so if Braun challenges Gunther, then we see a Ilya Dragunov heel turn.
Oh, I'm so glad you
Okay.
brought him up because he is gone for 6 to 9 months
Oh
because of an
shit,
ACL injury.
that is right. He did tear his ACL.
I would much
So he,
rather him come back as a heel anyway.
I'm about to say, so he can come back as a heel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I would definitely prefer him to come back as a heel. Him
New
as a
new
face doesn't work.
new member of
Gunther
Imperium.
Gunther needs to hold that belt until WrestleMania. Oh, look at
That's
that
not
go.
happening. That's not happening. Next.
No, no, Jay, because I want to say
That's not happening.
3 or 4 podcasts ago, you said it would be valid for John Cena to beat Gunther at WrestleMania for the World
No, I
Heavyweight
never said him
Championship.
beating Gunther. Listen. You know now. You need to go back and watch that because my opinion will not change. And my opinion has always been that John Cena is going to either face CM Punk or Randy
Or
Orton.
Randy
In
Orton.
order for him to break that record, there can be nobody that John Cena can face other than CM Punk or Randy Orton. And in my opinion, I believe it's going to be
We
CM Punk. I think that at
we
some
but
point
we got a
CM
whole
Punk is
year.
I get that, but I'm just saying, at some point, CM Punk is winning the championship. At some point next year, CM Punk is going to be World Heavyweight Champion. And then at some point, it's going to be CM Punk versus John Cena for that championship. And whether John Cena wins it and then turns around and loses it, I don't care. He's breaking the record, and he's breaking the record on CM Punk, in my opinion. Or it could be Randy Orton, but I believe it's going to be CM Punk even more.
What about this
I'll take
idea? A
that.
triple
I'll
threat.
take that.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All
And I
right.
dare
Yeah.
I pay anybody $100 if they can go back in any episode and find me saying that CM Punk was going to face Gunther,
No,
because
I
that
didn't say
ain't
CM.
happening.
No, I didn't say CM
I mean,
Punk.
not CM Punk, John Cena.
I
Never
gotta
since
find it.
I've
I
been
gotta
on the
find it.
John Cena and CM Punk train since CM Punk announced, or John Cena. See, I can't even talk. I can't get my. I've been golf for so long. I can't even get my mind
Gotta get into your
right.
back into your podcasting bag, man. You rusty.
Man,
All
let me
right.
just go ahead. Let me just go ahead and shut up.
Is can Sammy still be considered an underdog?
Yes, Sami Zayn will always be an underdog no matter what title that he is, especially with the damn promo that he just cut on Monday Night Raw. It's over. Sami Zayn will always be an underdog.
Even if he wins the world championship?
Sami Zayn will always be an underdog, even with the title. He'll be an underdog every time he defends that championship. That is the image that they have for Sami Zayn, and he would never break out of that mold because they have literally made him the underdog in every title match that he's ever had.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Even as a heel, it don't even matter. Even as a heel, he'll be an underdog.
You can't. I don't see how you can be considered an underdog when you're literally when you breaking streaks, all time streaks. You're always going up against the biggest and the baddest, not afraid to fight any of them, and you still be winning. Like I don't
Because
see
Because
how
his,
how you could
he
be
takes a beat
how you consider being underdog.
because he
because
lives by the
Sami
Rocky
Zayn
Balboa thing. He
because
always
Sami
takes a
Zayn
beating.
gets his ass kicked every freaking match, even the ones that he
Yeah,
wins. He
exactly.
gets his freaking ass kicked, and then at the last minute, he pulls out the win. He does it every single time he challenges for whatever title that it is that he's going after.
For him to get this title opportunity, he had to get his ass kicked.
Exactly. Think about all the other ones. Think about when he finally beat Gunther. I mean, he got his ass kicked how many times
Yeah,
before he finally beat Gunther? And then during the match with Gunther, he got his ass kicked all WrestleMania, and then he finally pulled the win out at the end, right? When he had him and KO and them had their tag team title. Actually, no. You know what? I think that was the only time that he had a quote
when they were.
unquote dominant win, but he had KO in his corner. So does that even really count? Like, I'm
Mm-mm.
thinking singles titles, right? Anything singles that he's challenged for, he's always gotten beat down.
What's the difference between him and Jay Uso besides the nickname?
Nothing. It's just how they build you up. I told you, Sami Zayn shot himself in the foot with that promo that he cut. That was it. That once you cut that promo set you up as the ultimate underdog. Like you're always going to be the underdog. Whereas Jay's promos is that he's always going in confident that he can win. He just keeps coming up short, as you always point out, because of interference from somebody else, right? Look
Yeah,
at what happens the one time Jay gets a one-on-one match with no outside interference, he wins.
true.
So you can't really compare the two. No, that's not
Maybe
true.
yeah.
I
Maybe
don't
it's
know.
because when
Zando, you
Sammy
got
talks,
put the gummy. Zando got put the gummies down. I don't know what you talk about. Actual
maybe
charisma.
maybe when no, because Jay has charisma, but he can't talk
Sami
to
Zayn
he
got
can't he
charisma.
no yeah let me finish hold on. Jay he can't cut promos for too long because then he start getting lost
Yeah,
because
oos. Yeah, oos. Yeah,
he be going
oos.
too ham,
Yeah, oos. Yeah,
and
yeah,
then Sammy I just get exhausted when Sammy talks. I get
Sammy.
exhausted when Sammy
Yeah,
talks.
but if we're talking about mic skills, Sami Zayn is one of the top in the company when it comes down to cutting promos. Right?
Yeah, I
Like I
agree.
like I like
Jay's
Jay.
charisma is
Jay has
physical. It's physical. He has physical charisma.
he does. Sami Zayn definitely has the wordplay. I agree with that 100%. Like Sami Zayn paints a picture in your mind whenever he's cutting the promos. Like you can see what he's talking about.
Yeah,
Whereas Jay just gets you so damn hyped up that by the time he says "oos," for the 50th thousand time, you're just like, yeah, let's go. Can't wait for this to happen. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, something's happening on SmackDown. Oh, never mind. Naomi's coming out for her match against Tiffany. Tiffany just acted like she's about to cash in on Nia.
but Jay, you said it. Jay has always been known as the hype man. Think when early on when it was before the bloodline when it was just him and Jimmy, Jay was the hype man. Like Jimmy was the one who really cut the
Jimmy
promo.
was the talker on the mic. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jay was the one in the back. Yeah, you're right
yep.
about that one.
Even when they had this
Lockdown,
battle, even when they had that battle
lockdown.
with the New Day, like it was more Jimmy. Jay was the hype man. He got everybody into it. So him trying to do it by himself, it's like, okay, I could still rock with you because you're getting everybody hype, but on the mic is like is only but so much that he could say. Like for him to actually, do his promo after he won and everything, like just saying with his mom and I was like, yo, this kind of long with it, but I gotta get to the point.
I just want to give a shout out to the 5 viewers we got in the chat. What's going on,
Listen,
everybody?
I will say this, okay? You There is no comparison whenever you try to compare a cutting promos between Sammy and Jay. Sammy is clearly better. Yeah, he's long winded. There's a lot of people out there that CM Punk's another one, long winded as hell with his promos, right? I give credit to Jay where credit is due because I feel like one, Jay kind of knows that his promo skills are kind of up and down. So he uses what he I'm trying to explain it right. He uses the crowd to his
Hmm.
advantage, right? He
Yep.
uses his energy in getting the crowd involved to his advantage, and he does that very well. When you're
Hmm.
talking about getting a crowd hype, I don't think there's anybody in WWE that can get a crowd hype better than Jay Uso. That's
Right.
just a fact. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So the fact that he took that aspect and he used like his entrance, like coming out with the crowd, like when he came out with his son, come on, like there's no comparing. There's no comparing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
Sammy. Even if Sammy came out and came through the crowd, it's only going to be on Jay Uso's level if he did it in Canada, where they're going to be hyped because of Sami Zayn, right?
Yeah,
Any other arena, it's not going to be, it's not going to hit the same.
true.
So,
Uh, what y'all think about this story that came out about black male superstars in WWE not being on WWE PLEs?
I was hoping you was going to get into this. Woo! All I gotta say is yeet, because boy, I don't care what anybody say. And as much as I can't stand Vince McMahon, and as much as we knew Vince McMahon didn't like them damn black champions, I don't care what anybody say. If Vince McMahon put a title on somebody and he realized that person was bringing in money, he was gonna keep the title on them, and he was gonna keep them in the picture.
Hmm.
I don't know what the fuck Triple H got going on. I don't care. I don't know what the fuck Shawn Michaels finally made a good call by putting the NXT title back on what's his name. That
Trick.
was Shawn Michaels' call. It's about goddamn time he made that call. But I don't know what the hell, like the shit with Bianca and Jade. I saw how they were talking about that and how Bianca went from being one of the top women to being thrown in the background with Jade and everything. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that Bianca and Jade are basically carrying the women's division for the tag team, and they needed that. So I think that was why they made that decision, which I was calling it. I told y'all it was either going to be Bianca or it was going to be Naomi that was going to be tag team champions with Jade. But I can see why they made the decision to do Bianca versus Naomi. But the problem is when it comes down to black champions, they've completely dropped the ball, like 100% dropped the ball. Like it's not. I can't believe that I'm about to say that Vince McMahon did it better. That's how bad it is to say that the Vince McMahon era did it better.
Um, so the only thing that I have to argue with is that when you look at the main roster and we're talking about Raw and SmackDown, there's not a lot of black athletes, black
Nope,
superstars.
nope.
Kofi, who's a previous world champion. Who else?
You got Woods. You
No,
got
just
No,
listen
he's
to what
saying
I'm
Canelo.
that his
saying.
art
That has held a world
that's held in.
champion,
I
a
thought you were talking
black
about black
superstar.
superstars.
I know it.
Uh,
I could go down who the black superstars are, but who has held a?
And all they
Let's just
said is
say
be
this.
be on the shows. It ain't even
Let's
about
just
being a champion.
you're on the show if you're a champion.
it's
Defending bricks
about
ain't
both.
champions.
It's
Who?
about both. Because I understand what Trey's saying, and I get where Trey's coming from, and I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying and where you're coming from. Right, right now, the only thing that we're getting on Monday Night Raw is Kofi and Xavier, which we know that breakup is coming. But either way, neither one of them is going to be wearing any type of gold anytime soon, anyway.
Yeah.
Right, and
Hmm.
then on SmackDown, what do we have? Not a damn thing.
And
I mean,
I had said something to Trey, and I I was just making a joke, but obviously they don't count them as that. But I was like, so they don't consider Samoans and Tongans black?
no, I don't know. We're not doing that because I don't care what anybody
I know
says.
they're not.
They they don't
Yeah, they
acknowledge
don't. Hmm.
their black side. They only acknowledge them being Samoan. And I don't care what anybody says. That shit does not count
Yeah.
because if you watch the Vince McMahon documentary and what's his name, The Rock was talking about how he was the first black champion. I almost picked my cup up and almost threw it at the screen because yes, understand we all know that The Rock is black, but they have not one time ever played on The Rock's black side. They've only
Unless they
played
talk about his
on his
dad.
Samoan side, unless they talking about his damn daddy.
The
Other than
nation.
that, other even in that they weren't playing on his black side. They were playing on his Samoan side, but they were just playing that he flipped over to them to do it out of respect, and he was fighting his promo that he cut. This ain't a black thing. This is a white thing. This is about I want to face all of like the promo that they had him cut when he went to the nation just showed that they weren't wanting to play on his black side. So
Yeah.
no,
He right about that. He right about
Yeah.
that.
I don't no um
I
Yeah,
think one
right
thing
now
you
the
could do
smoke.
is instead of having Jay and Woods fight on a Raw, have them fight on a PLE. Have LA Knight and Mello fight on a PLE. Like stop giving the black wrestlers their title matches on free TV. Put them on the premium shows.
Yeah,
The Triple H era has to do better. That's all I'm gonna say. It has to
Yeah.
do better.
yeah.
Xander, you said tell him my theory. I forgot your theory. If you want to tell him, you can. But yeah, I just wanted to just bring that up. Give me a second here. So we brought up NXT. What y'all think about the CW debut?
First of all, did you see the crowd?
Yeah, they were actually outside of a high school gym.
Yeah, yeah. They
So
were.
that's what happens when you go to a real arena.
Yeah, and once
Just
again, they
imagine
want to bring in
Joe
analytics.
Hendry. Just imagine Joe Hendry with that kind of crowd.
I mean, they're doing what they were supposed to do a long time ago with NXT, right? NXT is supposed to be a legitimate. It's not supposed to be their,
It's
Development.
developmental though.
even though it is their developmental, it's still their what the I can't even think of the right term to use.
It's their third brand.
I feel like they're actually treating NXT, yeah, as their third brand finally,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, shit. I don't know if y'all agree with me or not, but their women's division is the best that WWE has.
Has ever had in a while,
First of all, I
in a
It's
feel
long
like
it's
time.
better than Raw and it's better than SmackDowns.
NXT kind of like if you really watch it from beginning to end, I feel like sometimes NXT puts on a better showcase than Raw and SmackDown.
And they have two
They
black
do.
champions because they got Obafemi,
Yeah,
Exactly.
and he's the
they
They
have.
longest
do.
he's the longest reigning North American champion.
Let's just keep it a buck. Most people who are not at the live show, they watch Raw and SmackDown for the opening and the close. Because what's on Monday? Football. So every time that there's a trash match, they turn to football, right? On
True.
Fridays, you get 2 hours, but now they're about to go to 3 hours. So what are they about to do? Are they going to do a mass crash of getting a whole bunch of superstars to SmackDown? Um, who knows? But even on SmackDown, it's the first opening of the show and then the close of the show.
I think SmackDown's roster can support a 3 hour show without
Well,
them
I think
pulling a bunch of people up from NXT. But they have to
see, I was
do
just
it
about to
right.
say I think they want to pull. They're gonna. I feel like they have to pull up people from NXT.
No, they have enough talent on
They don't have
SmackDown
to
to
do a mass.
support.
They don't have to do a mass exodus of NXT, but I do think there's a few more people that they could call up.
Yeah.
Why they not doing shit right now with the people that they have called up?
I
They don't
mean,
have enough time.
there isn't first of all, there isn't no like brand split anymore because everybody shows up when they want to. So I feel
Yeah, that
like
drives
they
me
keep on.
insane.
I honestly feel like NXT and SmackDown can coexist like together. They can be like a dual show. You get what I'm saying? Leave Raw
I
by
get what you
itself.
said.
Leave Raw by itself, but you can coexist NXT and SmackDown together.
I don't want to see that though. Nah, leave NXT its own product. NXT right now, in my opinion, even though SmackDown is getting more views, NXT is putting out a better product than
They
SmackDown.
are. They are.
And so, I mean, like, yeah,
For
they're all about numbers and they're all about what's getting the most views. And of course, SmackDown is always going to get more views just because of SmackDown. But
yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're talking about the product wise and the talent and the wrestling and the storylines and all, NXT is blowing SmackDown out of the water. And
If
that's
you
why I feel like my only theory, real quick, I'll let you go. But my only theory is I feel like this women's mid card title, I think it might be coming to NXT.
they already got it.
Yeah, they already got one.
They got the North American Women's Championship.
That's right. They do have a North American man. All right. Well, on that note,
Okay, so I've watched SmackDown for a month straight, and it's the same matches, same people.
yes, it is.
So you get, you've got Meechin with Dewdrop and Chelsea Green.
I
Piper
hate that
Nevin.
fucking name.
Yeah, that's not her name anymore. That's not her name.
I
First of
don't
all,
care.
you would never get me to say Piper Niven. She's Dewdrop. You gave somebody the name Dewdrop. That sticks with you. It will forever be Dewdrop, right?
Such a bad name. It's such a
so
bad name.
so you've had them for a month. You've had Mello, Andrade, LA Knight for a month. Of course, you're going to get the
Hmm.
bloodline, but then you've had the same tag teams battle. That's been the
Yep.
same product for a month.
I mean, low
I'll
key,
take that over.
the same stuff is happening on Raw.
I mean, low key though,
Yeah, but
what you
you
just
gotta.
pointed out for a month, I'll take that over 8 segments of the Bloodline for like two for like 2 years. So I
but
mean,
okay,
I'll take what I can get. All right.
so just but look at the product that when Raw does it, is it's always a twist to it. SmackDown is not really too much of a twist.
And Raw is a more chaotic show.
It is. It's very chaotic.
No, but I just gotta say real quick. Jay is getting on us for getting on Cody, but he's been dissing the bloodline for like the last 3 years. Even when it was at its peak. That just has to be said.
Jay's an in betweener, man. He likes heels and he likes faces. He's an in
He's been
betweener.
dissing the bloodline for 3 years.
He'll give him props and straight diss him at the
It's
same
not that I'm
time.
dissing the bloodline. It's not that I'm dissing the bloodline. Okay. It's the fact of the matter is that when I turn on the show and I watch a show for 2 hours, and in that 2 hours, one group owns over half the show in segments, that's bad. And we got that for 2 years.
Yeah,
For 2 years.
yeah.
That's not good. That's
We've
not good at
literally
all.
had wise man go get Jay. Click. Jay comes in. Jay comes in.
Oh my god. For 2 years we got that. 2 years. I would have went back to the damn Thunderdome and went through that instead of seeing that for 2 years. I
Jay.
mean, I never saw Roman sit in so many different positions a day in my life. like, like in one show he's on the chair, and then the next segment he's on the
He's on the
couch,
couch.
and then on the next segment he's standing in the corner like staring at the TV, like, and then the last segment finally he's in the ring talking to go back to the back. Like, whoa, is this where we're at now? Is
Yo,
this where we're at?
you remember that one where all we got a whole like hour and a half, and then he finally enters the ring and says acknowledge me, and then walks out.
Yes.
Bro, I was like, you got to be kidding me. But I got to get your input. I got to get your input. How do you feel about the Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed match in the ring breaking?
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
WWE
You know,
said they weren't happy with it.
Oh, nobody in the back was happy with it.
so here's the problem. Here's the problem with it. Okay. The problem is that it was done so many damn times.
Yep.
I don't know why they thought that this was going to be a success.
Yep.
That's the problem that I have, right? The average, I guess the average fan wouldn't notice the difference because they got the regular poles instead of the LED poles and the turnbuckles. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
guessing that the average person, they were like, all right, they're not gonna catch on to this, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
as soon as we all saw it, we all knew what was coming. It
Yep.
was too much of a success with the Big Show and Mark Henry that
Or Brock
they
Lesnar.
just it was it Mark no it's Mark Henry. I'm sorry, it was Big Show and Brock Lesnar.
I mean,
And then
hell, it
they
was
did
done
it
so many
again.
times.
That's what I'm saying. It was done so many times. I mean, it was done again with Big Show and Mark Henry, and
And
then
Braun
we had it
Strowman.
again with Braun Strowman, and like this is what Braun Strowman's third time now breaking the ring.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
I don't
Naomi
know
finally
why
got a
they
win on
thought
TV.
I don't know how they thought that it was going to be a success. Like the fact that the WWE themselves didn't like it, but this was y'all idea to do it. Like it
They
was
just didn't
okay.
like the execution, I guess.
The only thing I will say that saved it was Seth Rollins coming back. and Kurt
Exact.
stopping
I was about to
Bronson
say the
Reed.
exact
That's
same thing.
that's the only thing that saves it. In my
Gosh.
opinion, if Seth Rollins didn't come back and didn't do that, then to me it was a wash. Like it was weak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did anybody catch AEW fifth anniversary Dynamite?
Yup. And it has been confirmed that Bobby Lashley has signed with AEW.
And so
What
is
is it?
Shelton Benjamin because he showed
What
up
is it
too.
called? The Hurt what?
Syndicate.
Hurt
Oh.
Syndicate? Yeah. Listen, I did I not text this in the group chat, but I texted this in the group chat and I said people can't be people are hating and people talking so much shit because they're about to go to AEW and they about to do the Hurt business all WWE couldn't do shit with them. So I can't be mad at them for going to AEW and doing the AEW. And
Yeah.
then if they do it better at AEW, then kudos to them because WWE dropped the fucking ball with the Hurt business.
I feel
The
like they
Hurt
will.
business the Hurt business should still be around right now in WWE fucking people up.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
feel like it
looking
will.
like the fact that MVP keeps interrupting Nana and doing fucking with Nana. Swerve is gonna be beefing with Bobby Lashley when he comes back.
Hey,
So I'm rooting for the Hurt Syndicate. I hope they
look,
put it together and
I
I
got
hope that it's successful.
I got one person that they could they could use, and it could be a dub for AEW to be able to use him the right way, and it could possibly, get him to not come back to WWE. That's Keith Lee. I would add him to the Hurt Syndicate.
Over Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah,
The only reason why I was thinking that Keith Lee would be coming back because isn't his girl is still in WWE?
yeah,
Yeah, Meechin.
yeah.
Yeah, like that. That's the only reason why I think that he. That's the only reason why I'm thinking like he might be coming back.
Oh, Miro finally got released from AEW.
And he's coming back too.
Yeah, but as you see, Tony Khan hit a Vince McMahon move.
Oh yeah, with your boys.
He added on injury
Injury
time
time.
on to Ray Phoenix contract, so he cannot sign with WWE.
And Penta said he's still signed to AEW too.
Yep.
All right. Last thing before we get to the subscriber question. Um, the promo that Moxley keeps saying this ain't your company anymore is bigger than me. It's above me. Is he talking about Shane?
I feel like he is.
Shane McMahon going to pop up in AEW.
Yeah, I feel
We
like
know
he
it's
is.
coming. We know it's
But
coming.
it helps AEW because now you have somebody who has a profession. He was backstage, he was writing, he was doing promotions and all of that stuff. It's gonna help make your product so much better. Your promos are gonna be, better. Like Shane knows what he's doing. I'm not saying this is gonna be an L for them. I feel like it's gonna be a dub for them adding
Are
Shane.
you
I
are you
disagree.
excited? Do you
I, I have to disagree with that, and the only reason why I
okay?
disagree with that is because AEW has had plenty of other people employed with them, and they still put out a trash ass
Nah, but
product.
and this is what I said last week when it was me and Trey. They had one person who was great at writing, and that was William Regal. And when William Regal was there, that was the best product that AEW was putting out. That was the best product that AEW was putting out. Big
Okay,
Show was
I
not
can give
writing.
you that one.
Mark Henry was not writing. Chris Jericho, he can't write.
Yeah, but are we saying that? Are we? So you're basically just saying that it's a writing issue.
It is a writing issue. If you listen to their promos, they can wrestle. It's a writing issue. That's why their promos suck.
Their promos are awful.
They're free balling.
Their promos are trash.
Yeah,
Uh,
they're going off the whim, and they're like backstage. They're writing their own promos. They're not partnering up to see if it really makes sense. So that's why sometimes you get that kind of what the hell just happened? Like, is it relevant? The only way that it works is if they have history and they have to go back and talk about their past history. Like
okay, I give you that one.
Like Ricochet and
You
Will
got it.
Osprey. No, I'm
You
just
got
saying,
it.
like Will Osprey and Ricochet, they have past history that makes for good promos. That even though Ricochet can't do promo, but it makes for good product because he cannot do a good promo.
And finally, our last thing of the night, we have our subscriber question. It's from a guy that we're all very familiar with.
Got to be Xander.
Hey, yeah, it is. The question is, in the women's division in WWE, who do you think would have the same impact if they went away the way Roman did when he went away?
In the women's division,
Yeah.
Bianca.
the only person that has that impact is there's really only three
Oh,
women in
Charlotte.
WWE that will have that impact. Becky
Charlotte,
Lynch,
Becky.
Charlotte, or I would say if Bianca would also have that too if she did go away for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
I said
Because
Bianca or Charlotte.
now Becky has had that because Becky's already been away and she's come back with the same impact. Like
Believe it or not,
it's definitely them three.
Do you
Bailey
think Becky's
did
missed right now?
no.
If Bailey left, Bailey wouldn't be missed.
No, but Bailey did leave because she was hurt, and when she came back with the new haircut and everything, she got a good reception for her comeback.
I mean, I agree with you. She did, but it still wasn't on the same level as
Yeah,
Becky Lynch when she came back at
true.
WrestleMania and beat Bianca in the
SummerSlam.
match. Yeah,
When
SummerSlam. I
when
mean,
when Roman left, everybody wanted him back immediately.
Yeah.
Do you think people are
are we
are
talking about
clamoring
after?
for
We talk about? Are you talking about
after
after he lost
WrestleMania?
the championship?
Yeah, after
Yeah.
WrestleMania. Do you
Listen,
think that
I'm
people
gonna
are
say
clamoring
this.
for Becky Lynch like that?
No.
Yes, yes,
You think so?
yeah, definitely, yeah. I think that people are like us. I think that people were over Charlotte, and that's why people aren't really like, we want Charlotte back right now. If you put a poll up and you would ask
Yeah, I would
people
say
right
Becky.
now,
Yeah.
who would you rather have back right now, Becky or Charlotte? I guarantee it's going to be Becky over Charlotte
Yeah.
as of right now, because people are
Oh
kind
no.
of tired of Charlotte and they're kind of tired of Charlotte coming back and because the problem is Charlotte doesn't come back as a face, right? She immediately comes back as a heel, and then she does what the heel does, straight into the title picture, and then wins the championship, right?
No, she comes back as a
Whereas,
face, just nobody likes it because she sucks as a face.
I got one person, Rhea Ripley.
But everybody knew she was coming back because of the story they were
No,
telling.
I'm saying now, if she was to leave, I think that
yeah,
everybody
I
would
think I
miss her.
agree. I think
Yeah,
Rhea has the hype right now behind her that people would really be like, we need Rhea back.
because as a face or as a heel, they love her.
And that's why people like Becky Lynch so much because Becky can play. Like I feel like Charlotte can't play on that line, right?
Nah.
Charlotte can't play on the line of is she face, is she heel, right?
Hmm.
Becky can play for a very long time. She can play on what is she? Is she heel or is she face? She can play
Hmm.
the both sides for a long time
Yeah.
before she finally like makes her choice and then she does something that's either really heelish or really face.
Yeah.
Whereas Charlotte, nah, it just it doesn't hit the same. So I
Mm-mm.
mean, I have to go with Becky more than I would say Charlotte.
Charlotte doesn't have even a face type of face look. Her face doesn't say face. Her
He's just like
face,
her father. Ric Flair was trash as a face. He was always better as a heel.
man. Ric Flair wasn't
It's
nice as
it's
a
them
face
flares.
since the '80s.
Ric
It was
Flair and
something about them flares, man.
the word Ric Flair and the word face just doesn't even sound good together. That's
No,
just the problem.
and they're
Like with
both F's.
the when you hear the Nature Boy, you think of oh my god, Hill. Like that name in Hill is just it,
Yeah,
it didn't make sense. But then again, when you heard the name Hulk Hogan, all you thought was the ultimate face until he
yeah,
became Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and then it was like, oh shit. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, so they got the three trios as the host. They added Naomi
Maybe
to host Bad Blood.
Oh,
maybe your
okay.
boy John Cena finally go heel.
I mean, I'm waiting on it.
Jay, why you keep pulling that? Like you keep pulling that lie, bro. Like you about to pull out a grouper or something like that, man. You keep tugging. You keep tugging.
Because it ain't happening. It ain't happening. That's why.
You keep tugging.
But I mean, I think that's it.
Yeah, man. Yo, y'all gotta tune in Bad Blood. I feel like it's gonna be dope. You got Metro booming in the house. Shout out to them Falcons for getting dub on Thursday,
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew you was
setting
gonna
it
say
up
that.
for doggone
I
bad
know you
blood,
was gonna say that.
which is in Georgia. Come on, man. This is just a perfect weekend, bro. Like,
And in normal
Remember,
Ranting J
everybody,
fashion,
the
I will catch the
pre-show.
replay on Sunday.
yeah, Jay gonna be
Everybody,
partying.
remember, the pre-show is at 5 p.m. and the start time is at 6.
Yeah,
I'll be drunk. I'll be drunk.
yeah.
I get off work at 5:30.
I'll be tuning in.
All right, but everybody, let's go ahead and sign out.
Hey man, I'm tired of going first. I'm going last.
Okay, you want to do it, Jay?
Hey everybody, man. This is OTR Mic Drop. You already know. Peace out. We thug in. Watch. Oh, hey, follow the socials. It's ticking at the bottom. You already know what it is. Hey, we still at 91 subscribers. Hit up that YouTube, man. Subscribe. As they like to say, like, follow, and subscribe. Tune in.
It's
We put
like, comment, and subscribe.
That's what I said.
You said like, follow,
Oh, I did.
subscribe. Follow and subscribe is the same thing.
You
That's all I'm
right.
saying.
So like, comment, subscribe. He right. I'm wrong.
All right.
I own it. Oh,
It's okay. I won't be here next week anyway, so they're just gonna make fun of me in some type of way because I'm pretty
Oh
sure
God.
something's gonna come up. I'm a part timer right now. I'm on my part time
Roman Lesnar.
but it's all right though. I'll be back full time. It's coming
He will. We're
after
gonna work
football
around the
season.
schedule. We'll be on next Friday.
After football
We'll be
season.
on next Friday. So you hear it
Oh, that's
now.
official. That's
Next
I'll be
official.
Friday.
here. I'll
Next
be here.
Friday, we'll be here. You feel
Okay,
me?
all right, well,
So
then, I'm good to
like I,
go.
All three of us.
all three.
I'm good to go because they
All
like
right.
recording on practice day. So
No, like Wednesdays is game
that's all
days
I'm
for
saying.
me now. So, you know, Friday, we locked in. OTR
That's
mic
because
drop.
OTR Trey ain't got no kids, so he be holding it over. Like he don't understand the struggles right now.
I am very flexible with my time. I'll record whenever y'all want to.
He'll find out sooner or later when he get one of
Hey
them
man.
ohs and the knock on the door.
Yeah, maybe when he go to Colombia, he'll have a little nieto.
Oh, then I ain't
Oh
never gonna
my
be able to
god!
record then.
On that note, this is your boy Jay, aka Friday Night Jay, aka Rain Jay, aka if we record next week, then I'll be here, Jay. So
Back to back, Jay.
All right, everybody. This is your boy Trey, aka Treyway, aka Friday Night Trey. And like he said, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Hit the bell on the YouTube so that whenever we go live, it'll automatically come to notifications so you can just pop in, check us out. This is episode
yeah, boy.
121, and we are out.
Shout out to everybody who commented on it. It was lit.